oversight continues on. There's a lot of other things like the transcript of Tony Bobulinski that also dropped today. What do you make of this one informant indictment here in the FD 1023? I believe there are other FD 1023s in play as well, sir.
That's why we have to maintain the presumption of innocence. We don't know the actual facts until all the evidence is in. Here you have one piece of evidence falling away, possibly, but other pieces of evidence are remaining strong. We can't ever get to a situation where we have guilt by accusation, where if a person's accused and there's some evidence of guilt, we presume guilt. There may be guilt in this case. There may be guilt of one person, but not another person. But we have to maintain our presumption of innocence and make sure that we don't convict anybody in the court of public opinion based simply on allegations unless they're tested by the adversarial process. So, yeah, continue with the investigation. Let's see what the evidence turns out to be after it's all in, it's all vetted, it's all subject to cross-examination, and then we can make a valid determination.
Called due process, and Hunter Biden's also coming in to testify, so it remains to be seen what they may or may not learn in just a few weeks. Let's pivot to one of the other stories. You were good enough to join us live while it was breaking yesterday, the Fani Willis hearing in Georgia. She later took the stand. We were discussing and dissecting Nathan Wade. Here is a bit of her comments yesterday. Let's play this montage for the viewers.
Fani Willis' side decided not to put her back on the stand today, this is our reporting, because they feel they already got everything they needed. They feel that they met the bar. It was enough to beat disqualification.
Real reason why she's not on the stand today, or was it such a train wreck, Professor Dershowitz, that people said, just stop, you're making, a mockery of yourself and the law?
Well, she is trying to serve two purposes. She's trying to win the case, but she's trying to win re-election, too. This was a good opportunity for her to show off her toughness and her determination. She was very tough, very adversarial, antagonistic even. Whether it helped the case or not, I don't know, but I suspect it probably helped her in her re-election campaign. Look, the main thing is that we have payments of money proved payments of money that benefited her. And then we have uncorroborated statements that maybe there was payment back in cash. But, there's no evidence of the payment back. And there's no corroboration at all. And so I think in the end, this is about money. And there's enough here for there to be an appearance of injustice, an appearance that she may have benefited, not only romantically, but financially, from having a really absurd affair with somebody with whom she was working after she campaigned, saying she would sleep with or date anybody who was working under her.
And we heard all the salacious details yesterday. Real quickly, sir, while we have you, Judge Arthur Engeron expected to rule today and give his verdict in the Trump civil fraud case. This is $370 million in damages after the summary judgment that he's already said he's guilty for. Do you think he will go with the maximum and this just goes to an appeal, Professor Dershowitz?
There isn't a single penny of damages. Nobody was hurt here. There were no victims. The Attorney General of New York shouldn't be prioritizing helping banks that don't even need help, that profited off this. This is an absurd case. The judge can come up with any number he wants, but any number above zero won't be justified under the circumstances of this case. No, there's no damages, no harm, no foul.
As someone who has been in the legal system for so long, to see where we are today and a ruling like this maybe play out, how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel that I have the right title for my book, Get Trump. I got that title from Letitia James. I didn't make up that title. She campaigned on the issue. She ought to be subject to bar investigations, and she is being complained against. You do not in America target people and campaign against them if you're running for prosecutor's office. You do not base your campaign and your reelection on getting somebody. That's not the way prosecutors operate, and that's the way she operated in this case, and that's the way Bragg operated in the criminal case in Manhattan. And so both New York cases have been deeply tainted by political consideration.